Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. Answering more questions today because I love answering questions. If the questions keep coming, I will keep answering them because I love answering them. First question for the day. Someone said, how do I feel about Pokemon cards as an investment? Sports cards and comics. They said the vintage Pokemon cards seem like a good investment. I've actually had this discussion with a very close friend of mine a few times. He found out that he actually had some old Pokemon cards and we were discussing the value of them. Years ago, for those of you who do not know, the original Pokemon cards that came out in like 1999, 2000, 20 years ago, wow. Long story short, the original set is worth quite a bit of money, especially if they're first edition. These are the first ones that came out. And also, there's one card in particular, you should know exactly which one I'm talking about if you are a Pokemon fan, has exploded in value. There are people on Instagram, social media, all over the internet who collect this one card in mass. It is Charizard. It is the final evolution of Charmander. I'm sure that just shot off a whole bunch of things for a lot of people in their head who haven't heard that word in a very long time. Do I think they are a good investment? This is a very tricky question because the ones that are valued the highest are the ones that are in near mint condition. You'll see this usually written as NM or have a 10.0 grade, if not a 9.9 or a 9.8, which is also then near mint as well. Mint being perfect. It's very hard to come by these. It's very hard to buy them. It's very hard to get them. And a lot of the lower grade ones don't rise as much in value as the other larger grade Charizard, Blastoise, or Venusaur that are in first edition and or are also shadowless, which is another rarity type as well. Do I think they are a good investment? Yes and no. I think there are many more things that over the long term would be a better investment than Pokemon cards. Unless I'm missing something, because I've been looking at prices as well. Me and my friend were talking about this about a month and a half ago. Unless I'm missing something and the prices have just exploded, these cards tend to go up by around maybe 1 to 2, 3% in value per year as they become more scarce because it is the older set. Of course, the value will rise. The largest value rise in them will be the ones that are closest to being completely mint and in a perfect condition. You're probably better off buying stocks and maybe even allocating a portion of your Pokemon portfolio into the cryptocurrency space. Because, especially when it comes to stocks and dividends, while it may sound nice, the idea of having a card that is $200, if you put that into 4 different stocks that are giving you dividends and you continue doing this over the course of the next 20 years, you'll make an entire passive income that you'll have grown over the 20 years as opposed to just holding on to that one Charizard card or the 500 Charizard cards that you might have. Like I said, yes and no. They're not a bad investment. They will continue to rise in value as time goes on. Nearly anything that's like super collectible will continue to rise in value, but not as fast as other things. The same exact things when it comes to comics. Comics are very, 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 very tricky. I collect comics also as a hobby, but also as a business thing. You really have to know what to get into and exactly what to buy, especially when it comes to modern age comics. A lot of the older comics from the Golden and Silver Age, we got that already. You buy the first appearance of Black Panther, first appearance of Spider-Man, first appearance of this, first Captain America, first Batman, Golden, Silver Age. You can't go wrong. It's Batman, Superman, Captain America. They're going to be around for a very long time. When it comes to modern age comics, a lot of people try throwing darts at a wall, and it doesn't usually always stick. However, you can speculate sometimes and actually get a really good find if you know what to look for. I.e., there's a new wave of characters that have come out since around 2011, 2012. And they are basically the new Spider-Man, the new Miss Marvel, the new Iron Man, What else is there? The new Spider-Woman. For those of you who don't know, the new Spider-Man is Miles Morales. His first appearance went from $3 and nobody was paying attention to it. If you have the first print, it goes anywhere from $300 to around $2,000 if you have like a 9.8 near mint. The brand new Iron Man is called, I think, Riri Williams. The point is, same exact thing with the new Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. All these comics are going up, but it's because people speculated correctly for the new League of Superheroes, if you kind of want to say it. The same exact thing. Do you know? Probably not. Who am I talking to? I was expecting to hear something back from someone behind the camera. That's crazy. The new Wolverine is X-23, which is his daughter. And people were like, oh, Wolverine has a daughter. I should probably buy that comic. The point is, a lot of these investments are good. They're not bad, but I personally prefer things that will pay out some sort of a dividend every month or every couple of months. And these are stocks, these are mutual funds, these are even like staking cryptocurrencies, real estate. This is me personally. The other things, yes, I think they're fine. It depends on your risk tolerance as well. And also, listen, if you like it and it's going to make you money in the long run, do it. If you have a couple Charizards and a couple Blastoises and Pokemon cards, if you feel happy looking at these things every single day and at some point in 10 years you want to sell them, it's still an investment. Next question. Someone said, do my tenants ask for lower rent? No, I've never been in this situation before myself where my tenants have asked for lower rent, and this is mainly because I've made sure to make my rent, what's the word? The word isn't applicable. Competitive. There we go. If I look at the area surrounding where I have property and I see that the normal rent for a place is around $1,500, $1,550 for a one bedroom, I'll make sure that when mine goes into the market, because I use rental agencies, that mine is priced at around $1,250 or $1,300. For me personally, it's not that I don't miss or mind losing that $250. Sometimes I'll talk to the company and I'll say, is this the going rate? And they go, yeah, it's the going rate, but sometimes these properties can remain on the market for a month or 2 or 3 extra because people are always looking for good deals. So you'll see a $1,500, you'll see a $1,700, you'll see a $2,100. If mine goes on for $1,350, $1,400, it's gone immediately. This is how I price my things. So personally, I've never had a tenant ask me for lower rent. I think it's mainly because I price my things accordingly to how I think they'll go quickly on the market. It's the same exact way when I was talking to you before about how to sell things on eBay. And it's the same exact thing with shipping. If shipping for me from here to there is $19.99, but I know that I bought something for $5 and I'm selling it for $300, I don't care about the shipping that I'm missing out on because I know that I'm still making a huge profit. Someone's still renting out my place, so it doesn't really matter to me that much. He also said, have I offered rental discounts? Yeah. Exactly what I just said. I always make sure that mine is competitively priced, just because I don't want to have to deal with someone complaining about the rent or the rent being too high or anything like. I just want to make sure that it's rented and I have the money kind of flowing in. Same person said, have I had issues with tenants? Of course. If you never saw my Budapest video, go watch that one right now. I've had a couple of people. I had a guy about 2 years ago it was a ground floor flat, who said that he saw mice or rats. He said that there were droppings all over the place. We had somebody go in, check everything. There were no holes anywhere. There were no droppings. There was nothing anywhere. So we were forced to kind of reinforce areas that really had it was just kind of ridiculous. You'll always get someone complaining about something. I had a guy who I only give 1 year rental contracts, and after that, if you want to renew it, you have to understand that your rent is going to be going up, at least to keep up with inflation. This guy was going to be there for another month and a half. And for some reason, unbeknownst to me, his name was not on the mailbox or on the front door. And he said that he needed his name on the mailbox and the front door, which is totally understandable. But getting in contact with him was impossible. Him getting in contact with me directly became a bit like agitated, like, why is my name not in the mailbox? And I was like, dude, you're leaving it like a month and a half. Like, and I think that I forgot what his reasoning was as to why he needed it. But it was something like really insignificant. Like imagine like having like a flower delivered. Like it was nothing. It was really insignificant. And I was like, dude, if you wanted, we can have it done. So I called the house building management. They had to come, pop open the thing, put his name inside of it. And then the thing he wanted delivered never got delivered. And I had to spend, I think it was like 30 something to have his name changed on the mailbox and on the front of the building. So you're always going to have issues with tenants. Nothing I've had thus far has been that dramatic. Knock on wood. He said, have I tried to help tenants? I keep saying tenant. Have I tried to help tenants? Maybe. None of them have really asked for help. If there's any issue, they go through the actual rental company. I have it here as well. I've let people move out early. There was one guy, he was disabled, and he was saying that he was having trouble getting in and out of the flat. And I was like, listen, I'm not going to force you to stay here. If it's not comfortable for you, it's not comfortable for me. Like the last thing I want is for you to fall down some steps or just really, it's not anything good. And there was another guy who wanted to move back to his country early, which is also fine for me. Like, as long as he's paid rent before, if he's leaving early, I essentially get my flat back. And I then am legally still also able to raise the rent in accordance with a certain time frame. So I see no real problem in it. The last thing I want is for someone to live in my place and to be agitated or to be angry, because I've heard other stories from other people who've destroyed places or have had stuff on Airbnb. Someone got upset because the owner told them X, Y, and Z, and they had graffiti all over their walls and things were destroyed, and then the Airbnb insurance didn't cover it. So it's kind of all these things. I'd rather just play nice with people as opposed to having my place destroyed, if this makes any sense to all of you. Someone else said, do I look for something in prints or do I buy what I like? For those of you who don't know, you should nearly all know this at this point. I invest in art. I invest very heavily in art. I love buying art. One of my main things that I buy in art, as opposed to sculptures and art toys, are prints and posters. Do I look for something when I buy them or do I simply buy what I like? These are investments. While I have them on the wall because they're pretty, I invest in them because I know in the long term they're going to be worth quite a substantial amount of money. So normally I do not buy what I like because I'm in it for the investment. I think someone else had a problem with that in another video. I don't know what to tell you. I'm an investor. Everything I do in my life focuses around investing. Like I can't get away from it. Like no matter what I do, it encompasses every single facet of my life. There will be pieces sometimes that I do buy from artists, like the last 4 things that Damien Hirst put out. I don't know if you saw them. I think they're nice. I was going to buy them in the first place, but I still bought them because I thought they were nice. It's just about investing. You can look for certain things actually when it comes to prints. It's believed that art pieces in the future. So this way. They did a study years ago between Sotheby's and Christie's and a couple of other places where they were trying to figure out exactly why some pieces sell for more. There's a certain artist, he may have this piece and this piece, made same exact time, same exact week, but this one sells for so much more and this one sells around here. And they found that there are actually certain colors that draw people in, that usually when these pieces have these colors that they end up selling for a lot more. And I think they're red, green, yellow. I think these may be the colors. I think dark blues, blacks, and I think, is it pink? It's some other color. They don't usually sell as well. And this is why I think Shepard Fairey has this kind of a color scheme. It's like very light poppy colors. And this is why I think his art is so popular in this way. To finish off your question, no, I don't look for something when it comes to prints. I buy as an investment. I do buy from certain artists. Like if I see like a certain piece, I'm like, wow, that actually looks amazing and I would love to have that. I will buy it or I'll spend an extra chunk of money to be able to get it because I do like it and think it does look nice, but I still buy because of the artist's name. because I'm long-term growth expectation investor man. And the last question, someone said, how do I buy Ethereum? You can do this on a number of places. I would recommend, there's a website called Coinbase. There is a website called Kraken, Kraken. And there's also Binance. But there's a Binance Europe and a Binance US, I believe. So if you're in these areas, you're able to buy them. You pretty much sign up on the website. They will ask you for your information. They will ask you a bunch of AML, KYC questions. These are anti-money laundering, know your customer questions. You have to tell them who you are. You sign up for it. You link a bank account to it. It's all pretty simple. It takes about no more than 14 minutes. My aunt did it in like 12. It's not that difficult at all. And then when you're on it, you click buy Ethereum. It goes, how much do you want to buy? You put in like $200 worth of Ethereum, and then you have bought it. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult at all. I think a lot of people are sometimes afraid to get into the cryptocurrency space because they don't know. It's simplified a lot over the years. It's not as difficult as it was 8 years ago. It is fairly streamlined, and you can link a lot of other things to it. It's also believed and speculated, don't take me up on this, I'm sure you can find articles for it. A lot of people think, or it's been said, that PayPal is going to soon add cryptocurrencies to their platform as well, so that you can also buy cryptocurrencies there. No one knows, it's all speculation. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope I answered your questions correctly as much as I possibly could. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.